So recently, Cardi B went off on a video that surfaced of the Dalai Lama asking a little boy to kiss him in the mouth. And then after the little boy actually kisses him in the mouth, he tells him to suck my tongue. And I was like, no way this video exists. I looked it up. It exists. I'm not going to play it here, but y'all then got mad at Cardi B for calling this out and calling him a predator and this, that, and other. Come on, man. We got to call stuff as we see it. I know Cardi B got a checkered past when it comes to drug and dudes and this, that, and other, and that's what everybody brought up. And she got to deal with that, too. Like, you don't get no pass on that neither, Cardi B, but I'm not mad at her for bringing this up and calling it what it is.
Now, since then, the Dalai Lama's team has put out an apology saying a video clip has been circulating that shows a recent meeting when a young boy asked His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, if he could give him a hug. His Holiness wishes to apologize to the boy and his family, as well as many friends across the world, for the hurt his words may have caused. His Holiness often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way, even in public and before cameras. He regrets the incident.
Nah, son. Nah. Nah, you're not about to tell me that's just no playful exchange between the Dalai Lama and jokes he be trying to get up. That was way more than a joke. And it wouldn't have been a joke that day if I was in that audience. If I was in that audience and that was my son, even if that wasn't my son, man, I felt like I would have came on the stage like, hey, man, don't you lean in. Like, I'd have been mad at my son just for, like, why would you ought to know better not to lean in on no old man like that. And furthermore, the Dalai Lama would have had a real problem getting peace in that situation there today. Because y'all, I'm telling you, you'd have had a whole lot of security keep me from getting to that stage and snatching him off that stage, brother. Is you nuts? You don't try to kiss my child in the mouth and then have my child in there suck your tongue. Like, what? Like, and y'all mad at Cardi B because she brought this up and said something about it? Like, listen, people can be good people in their facade life or whatever they doing out in the world, but don't think that they ain't got no creepy backstory that they could be leaning into, okay? There's a lot of creepy stuff that people is into, and you better watch them. Just because they be giving money to charities or doing good in the world don't mean that they won't take your son or daughter to the side and try to say or do some weird stuff with them. So you better watch them, and you better make sure your kids know hey, somebody tell you to lean in and kiss him on the lip. That's the first time. Hey, son, if you got to hit him with that right hook, hit him with the right hook. This is what Cardi B had to say.
So Cardi B tweets, this world is full of predators. They prey on the innocent. The ones who are most unknowing are children. Predators could be our neighbors, our school teachers, and even people with money, power in our churches. Constantly talk with your kids about boundaries and what they shouldn't allow people to do to them.
So before we get into the backlash that she got, I just want to ask, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with what she just said? After looking at the video, please, if you haven't, go search the video up and look at the video of what the Dalai Lama did to this young boy. And tell me what's wrong with Cardi B and what she just said here in this instance. Y'all got me confused, man. I don't know how to take this. It's like, is you more concerned with holding Cardi B accountable for her past, or is you more concerned with keeping your kids safe? I would think your kids would be on your mind right here when you watch this video. I'm just saying. And furthermore, two things can be right at once. You can be like, yeah, I want to hold Cardi B accountable, but yeah, she was right about what she said about this situation. How can you not say that?
So then people started hitting Cardi B with trying to make the point that this is definitely the right message coming from the wrong messenger. Check out this old clip right here of Cardi B admitting to how she used to have to get money for studio time.
I see this way. I mean, two things can be right at once. She's right about holding the Dalai Lama accountable for what he did to that young boy. But we also are right about holding the Dalai Lama accountable and holding her accountable. Like, you talking about to survive, this was you needed to drug and rob dudes? No, you were making plenty money at a strip club, stripping and showing that and selling that box for people to see that you didn't need to take dudes home and rob them because they decided they wanted to try to get a little squish box out of you. They didn't cape you. They asked you, hey, you want to make some extra money after work? You could have just said no and went home. Or went to Denny's or Waffle House, whatever, and went and ate and take your little goofy self home. But you want to try to solidify this and make it okay because people are calling you out on what you did in your past. Now, you don't get no pass for that. You don't get no pass. Okay? You drugged and robbed dudes. You was wrong. We gonna call that out just as we calling out the Dalai Lama for what he did. It's wrong.
And for y'all to like trying to say that I'm like some predator or I'm some weird bitch because wanted to buy pussy from me, and a lot of y'all be like, oh, these were vulnerable men you took advantage of. These were not no fucking vulnerable men. These are some freaks that like to go to the strip club, that like to get drunk, and after the club is closed, they trying to take advantage of it and trying to bargain.
Listen, first of all, I ain't gonna let you do that. You ain't gonna label dudes freaks and perverts because you flash your box in front of their face for 2 or 3 or 4 hours and then expect the dude not to want to smash after that. You're not about to call me a pervert for that. After you went up there twirling your box in front of my face. Like, what am I supposed to want to do to after that? You dig what I'm saying? And then furthermore, that I offer you a bargain, as she says, after the club is closed. Listen, all you have to do is take it or not take it. Listen, we know you're in the business of selling that box. And that's what dudes offered you after you got out the club. Hey, you want to make a couple extra dollars? If you do, cool. If you don't, then whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you could have just said no. You didn't have to go take dudes to the crib and then actively drug them and then actively rob them. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was you getting put in that position where you invited some nice dudes, hey, you went out to party with, oh, you thought they was cool, they was associated with such and such party promoter or such and such Puff Daddy. You seen them with Puff Daddy, oh, and they came back to your crib and then they drugged you and robbed you. You wouldn't have the same sentiment for these dudes.
And because of that tweet, people talking about like, oh, but you the wrong messenger. How am I the wrong messenger? I'm the right messenger because I'm a fucking mom. I'm a fucking mom. And I'm a fucking woman. And I'm a girl that as a teenager, my body got abused. I don't talk about that because it's like, that's another story for another time.
And so, yes, this is a conversation for now. Unfortunately, Cardi B has been taken advantage of in the past, and we don't want that to happen. This is why I'm in agreement with her message of saying what she said about the Dalai Lama, because clearly it is something going wrong with the Dalai Lama. Or something that's been covered up that's being uncovered now. And it's clearly something to be paid attention to. It's just like the Catholic Church and all that. You know, you got the old dudes and the old nuns, and it's like, and then stuff gets weird behind the curtain. Let's not keep ignoring stuff if that's what's happening. If that's what's happening and certain people are the ones to bring it to light, I mean, take it however you want to take it, but still investigate the crime. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, just because a drug dealer tell you that, hey, man, it's a crack house that opened up over there. You could be like, man, what he hating on other crack house? Or what is his angle here? It could be that he got out of the crack game and he don't want to see it repeat itself. It could be. Could be he hating. But either way, they crack house need to be investigated along with his investigation to say, is he still dealing crack? Because why would he tell on another crack house? You know what I'm saying? It's just certain stuff that, hey, we can get around, we can dance around the point of it all. But certain stuff just needs to be addressed. This video is one of them. I'm glad that Cardi B brought it to our attention because without her voice and her echo to the world, I don't think it would have reached me. Because I'm not looking up what the Dalai Lama is doing on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? So Cardi B's voice allowed me to be able to hear this and allowed me to be able to spread my message to my little 10 or 20 people that's watching this video. Y'all better help me get my numbers up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, however the message gets out, this is wrong, man. This young boy and young boys and young girls around the world who are being taken advantage of like this in some type of way that's seemingly good, but it's not. It's all wrong. And whenever we encounter it, we should acknowledge that and do what we can do to stop it. And furthermore, how many other cases have he done? How many other boys and girls have he done this to? Why is he still the free Dalai Lama, if that's the case? Because, I mean, if I was that young boy's parent, I would be asking this. And there's no way he should be out free right now doing stuff like this. So why aren't we addressing that? We so readily address R. Kelly as I did in the video before. I'm just saying, if we're gonna spread the message, it needs to be spread across the board. And like I say, Cardi B, you don't get no passes for the stuff that you did to dudes in the past. Is neither. Two things can be right at once. I appreciate you bringing this to our attention. Anyone would be right to feel some type of way about this. I know I do. And I appreciate Cardi for bringing it up. And I'm disappointed in people for being mad at her for saying so. Because you can be mad at her for what she did in the past, but still appreciate what she brought to our attention in this moment here in the future. So this your boy P Camp. Tell me what you think, what you don't think. Get at your boy.